Most landscapers will tell you that a complete backyard overhaul under $500 is impossible in 2026. They are wrong. By prioritizing upcycled pavers and plant propagation, we built massive raised beds and gravel pathways on a tiny budget. I'm showing you the exact blueprint to trade sweat equity for a high-end retreat. Look at your backyard right now. Is it an outdoor sanctuary where you actually want to pour a drink and unwind? Or is it a sad suburban wasteland of patchy weeds and unfulfilled potential? If you called a professional landscaping crew today, they'd look at a blank canvas and quote you $5,000 just to back the truck up. By the time they add hardscaping, custom planting, and labor, you're looking at a five-figure debt. But you don't need a massive bank account to get a magazine cover backyard. You just need strategy. Today, we are breaking down 7 genius backyard ideas that cost less than $500 total. Not $500 per project, $500 for the entire transformation. We're talking high-end aesthetics, professional-grade execution, and zero contractor fees. Before we swing the first shovel, do me a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button, smash the like video, and drop a comment below telling me the single biggest eyesore in your yard right now. Done it? Awesome. Let's build an oasis. Act 1. The problem and the $500 vision. Let's be honest about the current state of affairs. This is the suburban wasteland status quo. Most backyards suffer from what I call the dead zone, areas of patchy, yellowing grass that consume water but offer absolutely zero visual or functional value. It's not an outdoor living space, it's just a chore you have to mow every Sunday. The biggest lie in home improvement is that beauty requires a massive budget. In 2026, inflation might have driven up retail prices, but it has also supercharged the second-hand economy and DIY resourcefulness. We are going to flip the script. Here is our exact line item breakdown to prove how a $500 budget can realistically cover a full pro-level redesign. Hardscaping and path, $120. Bulk buy crushed gravel and salvaged stone borders. Raised beds and structure, $0 to $50. Free salvaged timber, pallets, and reclaimed wood. Soil, compost, and nutrients, $60. DIY bulk mixing, mushroom compost plus topsoil plus local mulch. Planting and greenery, $140. Clearance rack rescues, propagation, and root division. Lighting and ambiance, $70. Solar-powered commercial-grade Edison strin. Hardware and fasteners, $60. Bulk exterior screws, landscaping fabric, and construction adhesive. Total estimated spend, $500. A high-end, pro-style backyard. To pull this off, you have to adopt the resourceful sweat equity mindset. Contractors don't have magical materials. They have a system and a crew. You are the crew. We're replacing $4,500 in labor costs with smart sourcing, strategic physical effort, and high-end design principles. If you design it cleanly and align your edges perfectly, nobody will ever guess you did this on a shoestring budget. Act 2. The art of the scavenge and sourcing. The secret weapon of a high-end, low-budget build is premium scavenging. You cannot walk into a big-box home improvement store, buy everything retail, and expect to stay under $500. You have to know where to look, when to look, and how to talk to people. First up, Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, and Craigslist. Pro tip: search for terms like leftover pavers, renovation cleanout, fill dirt, or clean pallets. Contractors frequently overorder materials for commercial jobs. Rather than paying disposal fees to dump half a pallet of high-end concrete pavers or a stack of cedar timber, they will list them for free or next to nothing if you can haul them away immediately. When you find these listings, don't lowball people aggressively. Offer speed. Say, I can be there in an hour with a truck and clear it all out. That speed is worth cash to someone trying to clean up a job site. Next, let's talk about the nursery clearance rack. Mid to late afternoon is the perfect time to check local garden centers. Look for perennials that look a bit sad or have finished their blooming cycle for the season. Retailers mark these down by 70 to 80% because they aren't pretty on the shelf anymore. But as long as the roots are healthy and white, not black and mushy, these plants are a gold mine. They are just dormant or thirsty. Bring them home, give them some love, trim them back, and they will explode with professional-grade growth next season. Finally, you must organize your haul before breaking ground. Do not start digging a trench if you only have half the stone you need. Gather your structural components, pile your salvaged timber neatly, stack your pavers by size, and ensure every structural element is on site. This prevents mid-project stalls and keeps your design cohesive. Act 3. Foundations and hardscaping on a budget. Now for the physical backbone of the yard, hardscaping. A professional look is defined by crisp geometric lines and structural definition. If your transitions between paths and garden beds are messy, the whole yard looks amateur. To save hundreds of dollars, we are avoiding machinery rentals entirely. No bobcats, no gas-powered sod cutters. Instead, use a heavy-duty square spade. To clear patchy turf cleanly, spray the area with water the night before to soften the soil. Use a string line tied between two stakes to ensure a perfectly straight edge, then stomp your spade down vertically along the line. Slice the sod into manageable 12-inch squares and peel them back like a carpet. Once the dirt is bare and leveled, we lay down our pathways. Instead of buying expensive individual flagstones, we're using the bulk buy aggregate technique. Go to a local landscape supply yard, not a retail hardware store, and buy your gravel or crushed stone by the cubic yard. A full yard of pea gravel or crushed limestone often costs under $40 at a commercial yard, whereas buying the equivalent weight in plastic bags at retail would cost you $200 or more. Before pouring the gravel, lay down heavy-duty woven landscaping fabric to prevent weeds from sabotaging your hard work. Secure it with steel landscape staples. To give the path that premium high-end look, frame it out using your salvaged wood or upcycled pavers. Set the border stones slightly higher than the surrounding ground level, mix a little dry sand and gravel beneath them to lock them in place, and use a rubber mallet to ensure they are perfectly level. Pour your bulk gravel into the framed path, rake it smooth, and tamp it down using a manual hand tamper. Suddenly, you have a crisp, structural walkway that looks like it belongs in a botanical garden. Act 4. Building the high-end edible oasis. With the pathways established, we turn our attention to the heart of the design, a high-end edible oasis. Raised beds give your yard architectural height and structure, but buying pre-made metal or cedar kits will instantly blow your entire budget. We are constructing our raised beds out of our salvaged timber. Clean up old construction lumber or pallet wood by giving it a quick brush with a wire brush. Important safety note: if you are using pallets, ensure they are stamped with an HT, heat-treated, mark, never an MB, methyl bromide mark, to ensure no toxic chemicals leach into your organic soil. Assemble the beds using 3-inch exterior deck screws. To give them a high-end designer look, add a flat top cap rail along the upper edge of the wood. This creates a clean frame and doubles as a convenient bench to sit on while gardening. Filling these beds with retail potting soil is another budget killer. Instead, use the Hugel culture and DIY bulk mix method. Fill the bottom 40% of your deep raised beds with rotting logs, fallen branches, and dried leaves sourced for free from your neighborhood. This fills space cleanly and decays over time into rich nutrients. For the top layer, mix 1 part local topsoil, 1 part bulk mushroom compost, and 1 part native soil. Now, how do we fill this space with lush greenery for pennies? Root propagation and root division. Instead of buying 30 individual ornamental grasses or herbs, buy 3 large, healthy mother plants from the nursery. Slide the plant out of its container and use a sharp hori-hori knife or spade to split the root ball cleanly down the middle into 2, 3, or even 4 sections. Ensure each section has a healthy cluster of stems and roots. Plant these divisions with plenty of space between them. Within 1 season, they will mature to full size, turning a $30 investment into $300 worth of dense, professional landscaping. Complement these with strategic drought-tolerant perennial herbs like rosemary, lavender, and sage. They look incredibly elegant, require almost no water once established, and keep your future utility bills beautifully low. Act 5. The final reveal and value assessment. What was once a depressing, sun-baked patch of weeds is now a stunning, structured, and deeply functional outdoor living space. The clean lines of the gravel paths draw your eye through the space, the raised beds add stunning architectural height, and the lush, propagated greenery makes the entire yard feel established and premium. Best of all, this entire look was achieved with pure resourcefulness and smart execution. Let's look at the final audited receipts for this transformation. Bulk pea gravel, 1 cubic yard from a local yard, $38.50. Salvaged timber and pallets, $0, sourced via marketplace. Bulk mushroom compost and topsoil mix, $55. Premium landscape fabric and box of deck screws, $58. Nursery clearance plants and mother herbs for division, $135. Commercial solar string lights, $65. 2 bags of leveling sand for border pavers, $11. Grand total investment, $362.50. We didn't just stay under our $500 limit, we came in with over $130 to spare, which you can use for extra seeds, a couple of comfortable chairs, or a small fire pit kit. You do not need to accept a boring, uninspired yard just because contractor prices are through the roof in 2026. You don't need a massive budget. You just need to outwork and outthink the retail market. Use these thrifting strategies, hunt down your local materials, get your hands in the dirt, and reclaim your outdoor living space. If this video inspired you to transform your own yard, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more high-impact, low-budget DIY breakdowns, and share this video with a friend who needs to rescue their backyard. Thanks for watching. Get out there and build something incredible. I'll see you in the next project.